Hello, everybody. We're back already. We're going to let everything load up. We're going to be speaking with two of the most special people in the world to me. I can't wait for you all to get to know them. And Yun and Matt, okay, we're going to talk about paradigm shifting. This might be a part one, and I'm going to bring them back for a part two just because I can and because I want to. How about them apples? Okay, we're going to play the intro. Let's go. Thank you for attending the Week of Kindness. Coming up next is another powerful, impactful, amazing speaker. Get your notepad out, get your pen. Let's get ready and enjoy. Hello. Okay, I'm just gonna have a little reunion right now because I have not seen you all in 7 months.
Right. Oh my goodness. Lots of air hugs and lots of hugs.
Okay, we have to be good to the rest of the people. I mean whatever. Anyway, hi, how are you?
Oh my God, do you feel the love on this call?
Yes. We're fired up and ready to go, baby.
Woo-hoo! Yes.
Uh-huh.
I am now last year or in June, I had the pleasure and the honor of interviewing Rhee for the Week of Kindness. So some of y'all might remember her from June. And this time around, I have the honor of actually getting to chat with both Yun and Matt. And husband and wife, they are an amazing couple. They have a beautiful family and they have built a wonderful life. And I'm so grateful that you all are going to get to experience them in the same way that I have gotten to experience them, or a little bit. And the shifting of paradigms. Because if there's one thing I can tell you in the time that I got to spend at their home, it was this realization that everything in life is shaped by the paradigms that we have allowed ourselves to be governed by.
Yes.
Right? That's it's deep, yet it's so simple, yet it's so easy, yet it's so difficult. So I'm first, can you two kind of like introduce yourselves? Because I know you work separately, but you work together. Can you introduce yourselves a little bit and tell us all about who Yun and Matt are?
Well, my beautiful wife first, please go ahead.
So my name is Yana, obviously, with you guys. Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. I feel so grateful and honored to be here with you and everybody that's watching. And thank you for having me back. And I'm so excited also to bring my husband, who we share an amazing life together. And we have multiple businesses together. And most importantly, we're on this mission to get our message out, to really teach about energy and paradigms. We're huge believers that if you understand energy and paradigms, you will have the magic wand to be able to create whatever life it is that you're looking for. So just a really short, quick background, and I won't go so deep because I know we're limited on time right now, but my husband and I really met working together, and then we got involved into a relationship. So him and I have a background in entrepreneurship, and we've owned small businesses. We got really heavily involved into real estate. So we started with acquisitions, fixing and flipping, sales team leader, and really found our genius along the way, which is teaching and coaching people a better way of living in harmony with the universal laws. Mm-hmm. So we really study and really not only study, but live out the life of living, utilizing universal laws and understanding energy and paradigms. And that's what our mission is here for today. So I'll also let Matt go so he can have time to speak as well. But it's just, again, our mission and goal is to help everybody create the life that they are meant to live and that they deserve to live.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, Matt, let's not sleep. Matt is a definite part of this dynamic duo. Mm-hmm. Matt, share a little bit with us about your role in this absolute partnership.
Well, it's very interesting. And I got to stop and I'll give gratitude. And it's so exciting to be here with you and everybody else. Just absolutely amazing. And when Yun said, what do you think? I said, absolutely, I'm all in on this. So my role, I'll tell you just a quick background of just where I was and where I am. Yun summed up, our model, if you will. And one of the things that you had said before, Lisa, that I definitely want to just park on for a second is the idea of the paradigms running us. And most people have no idea about it happening whatsoever. So a lot of people are just sleepwalking and just going through what they believe and what they've been told to believe. And it's really interesting because we have started to peel back the layers of life. And it's just absolutely amazing to be in a situation to actually co-create and understand we have every tool already around us to make this happen. And it doesn't matter what your education level is, what your experience is. It's about understanding, studying, and implementing. So for me, I sacrifice, and I say sacrifice lightly, I sacrificed about 15 years of our marriage being the great husband and saying, yes, Yun, whatever you want to do, I'll support you. And just live that role for a long time. And it really was as of late that I started to understand, yes, we're in a partnership together. However, we can start to move into different directions, speak to different audiences, come back and present as well, and just create something absolutely amazing. So my role right now is I have a brand new business that I'm creating. I'm really excited about. I'm going to be creating a new mastermind. And Yun and I have started this elevated human experience that we're doing together. And then we're starting to create other businesses around that. So we're in a constant state of gratitude, which I didn't realize I was in, and just having so much fun co-creating and really sharing as much as we can with as many people as we can, and looking to change the world, lighting up one soul at a time.
That is so cool. So, we're going to take a little bit of extra time here. I'm moving things around in the background, guys, so we can kind of shift our time period because I don't want to lose this. So these two have created. Now, is your Overflow Mastermind, is that the two of you together? Or do you guys get to do that together now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then now, are you guys going to then, Matt, you're going to create your own as well? How did this shift happen? Because you guys are doing what a lot of people would say either can't or shouldn't be done. You're working together all the time, and then you're also doing the separate things. How is this working?
So first and foremost, Lisa, I am going to say anything that anyone desires, we have the ability to do anything and everything, right? I'm a huge believer that we can be, do, and have it all. Our entire reality is just an expression of our underlying belief system and what our expectations are. So with that said, yes, we do things together and we do things individually. At the end of the day, we have individual energies as well as frequencies that attract different people. And together, collectively, we also could have a different frequency that attracts different people and experiences. So with that, there's certain things like, for example, we teach a course that I highly recommend everybody take, and again, there's a lot of consultants out there that do teach this. We believe that you should take it with us, but either way, take the course. It's called Thinking into Results. We're certified consultants through Proctor Gallagher Institute. And I'm a huge believer that this 6-month course will give you the foundation and understanding to kind of give you the tools, again, to self-discover more of who you are and what you are, and teach you how to think and operate like the 1%ers of the world. Now, with that said, out comes the birth of overflow. The overflow is almost like the second layer of people that are already committed to a personal development and really studying what energy is. And Lisa, I'm sure you're aware, everything is energy.
Absolutely, everything.
Everything is energy. And what's so amazing is that the more that we study, the simpler it becomes. Right. And really, our purpose here on this planet is to self-discover more of who we are and what we are, and allowing ourselves the permission to express. So with that said, I have different desires than Matt has. And just like he mentioned, as he gives himself permission to desire, he learns more about himself. He gets to elevate. And in the same process, he gets to help so many others do the same.
So it sounds to me like the concept is that once we shift our view, the lens that we're looking, right, the prism that the paradigm, prison or prism that the paradigm has created, right, that changes the frequency of our being, and so the energy can flow in a different way. Is that where we're leaning towards here, where we're going?
Yes, I mean, absolutely. Right. This entire journey is about increasing our awareness, learning more about who we are. And the more that we get to know who we are, the more that we understand others and we understand how this world operates. And that's really it. And really, at the end of the day, not everybody's going to resonate with me, and not everybody's going to resonate with Matt. Right. But our goal and hope is that it causes curiosity for people to realize that everything you need actually resides inside of you.
Yes.
Inside of you.
Yes. So what I find absolutely beautiful about you two doing this together and then also separately is it gives us an opportunity to interact with both masculine and feminine energies in a divine way that show up sometimes exactly as we expect and sometimes in a very unexpected manner as well, allowing us to break the paradigm of certain gender roles and this role and that role. Can you guys, that's been a fascinating thing for me with your relationship. Can you guys talk about how you're able to be very fluid now with that in your relationship?
I think it's an interesting question. And Yun and I when we first met each other, we met each other in a business setting. And we looked at the fact of, we worked in that business. And then, of course, Yun used to work for a company that I owned. And I did the unthinkable and I fell in love with one of my employees. And she said, no. And what if? And I tell everybody, if you want to learn how to develop a thick skin, go knocking door to door residentially. If you want to develop an even thicker skin, go after a girl that has no interest in settling down. And I've never been more rejected in my life than I've been rejected by Yun prior to her saying yes to me. So we started off in a business sense, and we knew that we could work together. And as people make the joke of like, how do you guys do it? Of Dr. Lisa, we have spent more time with each other than most people will spend in a marriage because of the fact that when I had the sales company, we would spend at least 5 or 6 hours a day. Then Yun and I learned the dry cleaning business, and we do that for 13 years where we are day by day. We shared a cell phone at one point in time. We shared a vehicle at one point in time. So our relationship had been cemented as business partners, and then we started to develop the personal around it. So we knew what our qualities were as far as business was concerned. And then, of course, we learned each other. And really, not to be cliche, however, Yun and I really are the yin and the yang. And when we talk about the different energies, I've had a lot of very strong feminine energy. Yun's had a lot of very strong masculine energy. And now we're really shifting those energies around, we always complement each other. However, we're complementing each other in different ways.
Yep.
And Yun said last night, she said, Matt, this had to happen this way. We had to understand what it looked like as you as the supervisor. We had to look at it, what it was like as me as the supervisor. And now we really we've understand each other for being married, going on 18 years, known each other for 20 years. And really at this point now, giving each other the permission to go ahead and fly. And we know each one of us is going to keep us grounded when they need it. And it really just, I don't want to use the word comfortable because I don't like that as far as being comfortable in life. However, I have I'll say the security of knowing it doesn't matter what decisions I make. I have the support of my best friend, my partner, and it just makes things very easy and simple.
How beautiful. So Lisa, can I just add to that, right?
Please
a little bit. It's so amazing. He summed it up so perfectly well. But when we really understand that everything in this world is operated by the laws of the universe, and one massive law being the law of vibration, and that our purpose on this planet was to really experience love, joy, enlightenment, all of that stuff, who you surround yourself with absolutely matters. You hear that theory that you become one of the five people that you surround yourself with, and that your environment is everything. Well, it starts with your thought environment, right? And then asking yourself where those come from. And it really comes from the people that surround you. Do the people that surround you most of the time, do they support your goals? Do they support who you are? Right? And that's another message. I mean, I don't want to, digress and move to, but we need to really teach couples, right? Whatever level that is, or any relationships, that it's all about supporting each other and empowering each other to help discover the best versions of each other throughout the entire journey. Because that allows us to increase in vibration. And the more that we increase in vibration, the more that our frequency changes and the things that we attract into our world. Because at the end of the day, we're always creating our reality through attraction, 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 attraction.
Yes.
So it becomes, we're always 100% attracting. Are you attracting what it is that you like? Do you like the things that you attract, or do you not? And if you don't, it's because it's a vibrational state that we're at.
Absolutely.
Which really, a vibration, right, is understanding the feelings that we feel most of the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think, again, the paradigms, guys, when we think about paradigms, or you think about the word paradigms, I think we apply it in a very big way when it can be just something as simple as not believing that everything is energy. And if you shift your energy, you shift everything.
Everything.
That in and of itself is a paradigm, right? On its own. And I was speaking a little bit earlier about taking accountability and responsibility for how things are in your life.
Yes.
And there's an accountability and responsibility then that one has when one talks about changing their energy and shifting it, changing their paradigms, releasing thought processes, right?
100%. I mean, Lisa, it's so simple as, right, our exact reality is a reflection of what's happening inside. And when we can get that power back into ourselves and understand that, it may not be pretty at first. And this is exactly why I believe in communities, masterminds, coaches, and whatnot, because others can see the greatness in you way before you can see it in yourself sometimes, right? So therefore, and thought energy absolutely matters. And yet when we start realizing that when we can take control within ourselves and understand that we are creating everything, then you literally have the power to understand that you can create anything.
Absolutely. I also like to say that coaches and mentors also can see where our energy is stuck before, or where the energy needs to shift before we see it ourselves. Because we're caught in the prism.
Right. 100%. Right.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, coaches, mentors, masterminds, as we increase our vibration, we're able to see different expressions of ourselves that exist through others. Right. So like you will be able, whoever hires, and I highly recommend hire a coach, hire masterminds, but you will be able to start now imagining better and higher versions of yourself and be able to actually visualize the reality that you want to create. Because it is true that everything exists twice in this world. It starts in thought formation, and then it's the physical reality. Our subconscious has no idea whether it's an experienced reality or an imagined reality. Right?
Wow.
So the more that we repeat and the more that we can get into imagined reality of the things that we desire, it just becomes our reality.
Absolutely. I don't know if you guys caught that, if you're watching live or you're going to catch it on the replay, right? But say that again about the subconscious not being able to tell the difference between what now? Say it again.
Our subconscious does not know the difference between experienced reality or imagined reality. And yet it's our subconscious that creates all of our results, right? 95% of our entire day is our habitual thinking and habitual doing. And when I say thinking, I want to add in there, it's not necessarily what you think about, it's more so in the way you think about things. The way you think about things.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine that. Imagine getting into imagination world where you're actually getting into the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Well, over time, through repetition, because you're more engaged with that image and that idea, the more your subconscious picks it up, and the frequency that you're on doing it, right? The number of times that you're in that moment, it will take it as real. And then laws of the universe teaches us that it has no option but to turn into our physical reality better than our minds can even imagine.
Yeah, and Dr. Lisa, I got to say, one of the things, we've been talking about coaches and communities. I mean, each one of us as a human, we want a sense of belonging, right? We want to feel that we're enough. We want to feel that we're valid. And a lot of how we operate is limiting beliefs of people as we were younger, just looking to protect us. Whether it was through schooling, our parents, the, organized religion, there was rules and guidelines put into place to protect us. And as we talk about, we create this mental prison that we feel that we're trapped inside of. And what we need to understand is we live on 3 planes. We live on a spiritual plane, an intellectual plane, and a physical plane. And when there's so many things and so many labels of it's this, or this, the bottom line is we need to live in alignment of those 3 planes. And when something is not in our favor, we're out of alignment. The idea that you brought up, talking to one of your other guests about the accountability, that's a pretty big pill to swallow, to have someone understand that, yes, I created all the amazing things. Yes, I created all the awful things. Yes, I create just going through the motions and just being stagnant. And once people can understand that, like I said, it could be a big pill to swallow, because you start to get on the rabbit hole of like, well, wait a minute, how did I manifest this? How did I create this? Why did I do this? And anytime we come across any type of a negative situation or negative type of a conversation or feeling, let that pass through, acknowledge it, but let it pass through. Because the second we get stuck on that, going back to energy blocks, it throws us completely out of alignment.
Wow, guys. I don't know if anyone thought they were going to get this deep over lunch. It's still early in California. On the West Coast, they're like, whoa, you hit me hard this morning. I haven't even had my coffee yet.
As you say that, anybody that's listening out there, I think this is very important. Just know this: you are exactly where you're supposed to be at this moment in time, right? And I think so many people live in the past of regrets and they live in the future of anxiety and whatnot. But just know that in this present moment, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. All it takes is just making a decision that you choose to feel better. No matter what level of scale you're at, it does not matter. If you make a decision that you want to feel better and that you want to feel good now, right? All of a sudden you'll start seeing different things and you'll see different opportunities coming your way, right? It just starts with the decision, because I'm a huge believer. We don't get to create our future. It's our decisions and habits that do.
Wow.
Like Jan talked about, as far as the feelings, right? Feeling is just a conscious awareness of what the vibration we're in.
Yes.
So, we can set all types of goals of, you name it, the theory of relativity, there's no big or small till we start to compare it. So we can set some things that are absolutely, mind blowing.
Yes.
However, one of the goals is really being aware of how you're feeling, what your vibration is.
Yeah.
And Yun challenged me a couple of years ago. I got into this, I'll call it the woe is me of, I don't like how the sales team is doing this, and I don't want this, and I don't want this, and I don't want this. And she said, can you stop? And I said, oh, what do you want to say? And she said, no, I want you to stop. I don't want to hear this anymore. Oh, here you are. And the law of polarity, I was focused on everything I didn't want, which was the negative side of manifestation.
Yeah.
And I had to stop and flip it to the opposite side of the positive and say, wait a minute, what is it that I want?
Yes.
And so, like Jan said, it's about making a decision. And when you state out to the universe, what is it that you want? Go back to, figuring out what is you want. What is it that you want? Again, that could be a big thing in life of what is it that I want? And the challenge is when we start to think and really go into imagination, what happens is the limiting beliefs that stink and thinking rush in like there's no tomorrow. Because as I set off and I say, hey, listen, I'm going to create this safari company in Africa.
Yep.
Okay, my brain sends out signals into my body going to find the cell where that memory is captured of that experience. Well, I've never done that before. So my system goes a little haywire. My subconscious shuts it down and says, Matt, we got to keep you safe. Take that a crazy idea and reject it because you don't know this, you don't know this, you don't know this. And when we start to focus on the how, we're way out of alignment.
Yes.
Because if we knew the how, we'd be doing it already.
Yes.
So it's focusing on, I know it's already here. People, not everyone knows this. Energy wasn't created nor destroyed. All the information that we need is here. And really, it's understanding that level, increasing the level of awareness to understand what is the order of the stuff that's already here. So then we can start to move forward. It's the same premise of what the Wright brothers did. They had no business attempting to learn how to fly something or getting flight into existence. What they did is they made a decision. They held the image in their mind. The conscious grabbed onto it and locked into the subconscious. They started to understand what they needed as far as the order. And when they were ready, the universe said, here you go. Here's all the resources. And now look what we have.
Now we're there. Exactly. All right, guys, listen, I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for you two that you guys were here with us today. Absolutely grateful. And guys, we're going to have them on my podcast, Sunday Soul Podcast, shameless plug, but we're going to have you guys on there very soon. Listen, we've got just a couple minutes left. I know that there is a gift you guys have. It's an amazing gift as well for the regular admission and then for the VIP. Do you want to give us an idea of what we got going for them?
Yes. So we're going to, for everybody that's listening, you can get the PDF version of your setting your goals for the year, if you will. And it's a quick, simple download. You guys can have that. For the VIP members, you will receive a video as well as a PDF version that shows you 10 different ways to increase your vibration, right? Increase your vibration. Everything is energy. And as we feel better, we attract better things.
You attract better.
That's exactly it. The action planner, you guys can have that for free, and the VIP members get the video as well as the PDF.
Awesome. So the VIP, you guys are going to get the video with the PDF. Okay, this is your year of action, guys. Okay, this is your year of action. 2023 needs to be your big one. Okay. 2023. Yes. I think I said at the beginning, business grows for me in 2023. I think that's what my mantra at the beginning. Business grows for me. Abundance grows for me. Whatever it is, it grows for you. Happiness, joy, peace, love grows for me in 2023.
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh my God. Thanks, guys, for being here.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much for having us.
Really appreciate it. And anyone that's listening, you can do anything. You are more than enough. And more important, you are worth it.
Wow. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Matt and Jan. We appreciate you. I'll call you guys. I'll come out and see you soon when I get off boats and planes and trains. Okay. Guys, stay tuned. I'm going to drop the next link. You will not want to miss Mac Abbott. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you guys in a minute.
Bye-bye.
Wow. I hope you enjoyed that just as much as I did. Thank you so much for all of that great information. Hey, we're not done yet, so just relax. We're going to continue on with our next speaker in just a few moments.